Hello everyone, this is the video lecture for Business Calculus Math 1325. I always have to remember that one. We're in 9.7, Marginal Analysis. When they say the word marginal, it, I believe, just means derivative. And I put I guess. So this is where I am not a professional business person. You all are going to go on to business schooling, and you're already in business classes, I'm sure, but you're going to learn more about this there, the concepts, the definitions, and how it's useful to you. You've come to me because you need an MATH class, not a BUSI class. So I'm here for the MATH side of things. As far as I see it, marginal means derivative. So, there you go. 9, 7, 13, here we go. I got R for revenue is equal to 8x minus 0.03x squared. And we're finding R prime. And so we say, you know what, that's an 8. And then the 2 comes down to make it a 0.06. Leave the x alone because it's a 1 power now. And boom, you're done. We just found marginal revenue. Hooray! Is it just that easy, Chad? Yeah. Yeah, it is actually. So the next one. So C stands for cost. 292 plus 0.06x. R stands for revenue. 5x minus 0.06x squared. Where are these numbers coming from? Where do people get these numbers from, right? It's because a BUSI person asked an MATH person and they gave them this. And then they went back into the basement again. So my job is to give you the numbers and then you explain it, right? I'm kind of teaching how to explain it a little bit. So I have these cost and revenue, and they're looking for P prime, and P stands for profit. And it doesn't take a super great genius to know that profit is revenue minus cost. So there's your formula for the day. Thanks, Chad. So we're going to take, first off, we need to find our profit, and then we can take a derivative. So this is just regular profit. So I got the 5x minus the 0.06x squared, and I'm going to minus the 292. Sometimes I want to skip steps, but there you go. Revenue minus cost. So distribute your minus sign. Combine like terms. And it means this 5 and the 0.6 get together. And I'm also going to put the x squared in the front. So that's going to be, what, a 4.4x? Okay. Yeah, that's great. Okay, and then they say find P prime. So now we take the derivative. So the 2 comes down. 2 times 6 is 12. And then the 4.4 just hangs out without an x. And there you go. We just did it. We're done. That was it. So I know that I'm doing some simple math problems, but I'm having to show you that, first off, it is easy. But there's a lot of other blah, blah, blah going on with some of these problems. As long as you just break down what it's looking for, then it's easy. Like, this is a perfect example. It says this is cost. It says find average cost. And, like, I guess I could have found a formula before we started. But a lot of times when I see a problem, I have to find out what I need for that problem. I almost want to stop here and talk about problem solving for you business people, because this is the last time you're going to see me. You're not going to see me again for other math classes. So you need to solve a problem. The boss or somebody else says, hey, this is what we got, this is what we want. We have the cost, find the average cost. And you're like, I don't know how to find that. So what do? You ask ChatGPT. No, I mean, well, I guess you could. But whatever you want, you need to solve it by looking things up on your own. The boss is not going to tell you what the average cost is. Like, you should know that. Or at least say, I don't know, that's your job now. So whatever What they're looking for is C bar, which we had seen previously, but the formula for it is cost divided by x. That's it. They're saying this thing divided by x. So I take whatever I had and I divide it by x. Now the idea is that we have a cost, and I'm trying to divide that cost into each unit. So the average cost distributed among all the units sold would be this amount. And there's your function for it. That was it. There's your new formula for the day. And look, we got 2 of them today. Woohoo! Sweet. Thanks, Chad. Yeah, you're welcome. So I don't always have all the formulas ahead of time. I think that finding the formulas as we go is better. That's just my opinion, honestly. So this one's a big problem. It's got multiple parts. Does it keep going? Ooh. No, it doesn't. It doesn't keep going. This is it. But this is... It's A, B, and C. So we have a cost, and it's a... first off, find the average cost at x is equal to 80. Okay. So average cost is going to be whatever I had divided by x, and then I'm finding my average cost whenever I plug in an 80. I know it's like, I know you should already know this, but I'm going to say it anyways. Whenever there's like a number with a parentheses next to like a letter, you know, that's like a function, you know, so like that means plug it in. It does not mean multiply. You're not multiplying by 80. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Anyways, so, hey, thanks, Chad. I made it this far already without you. 1425. Oh, I should do that on the side. Yeah, I know. Increase video length. Get more views. More watch time. Higher revenue. No, I'm joking. I don't get money for this. Okay. So cool, we did it. Okay. So then it says find the marginal average cost. So marginal average cost, doesn't that just mean derivative? So C bar prime squared? Square root? I'm going to take this, and I'm going to find the derivative. Now, before I do that, I would rather rewrite this by splitting up that x. It's just very nice right now that I can like do something kind of nice like with it. That's not going to always be the case going forward. So that's my actual cost, and now I'm going to find the average cost. And that's now we're going to find the derivative of that. So derivative, the negative 1 comes down. So it's now a negative 50,000 x and a negative 2, and well, that just goes away. So I'm just going to do this over x squared. There you go. Yes, but they're wanting it at 80. So I'm going to plug in an 80. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, that's what I got. Perfect. Negative. Make sure you got the negative there. There's your answer. So there's your marginal average cost. Okay, cool. So now, part C, it just says, now, what about when you're at x equals 81? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's time out for a second here for a small concept, very small here. So what we have is the average cost. And the marginal means like the change, basically. I guess like we're just like, what would you have if you kept going, right? Derivative, change, slope, that kind of stuff. What they're wanting here, because it's only like 1 over, you get to say this thing times 1, and that's perfect. Okay, so again, 80 to 81, you're only changed by 1, you get to multiply by 1. Therefore, your answer looks like this. You got the 1425, and then you're adding that change. And so this guy right here, I don't know if you're always going to have like 80 and then 81 on your homework. And so just in case, what I'm doing here is whatever number they gave you, and that was the original number, and I'm subtracting those. And it's a 1 in this case, so it makes it easy. But this is your formula. I would say it's like average cost, and then like average cost derivative, and then dx or something. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's a great little formula. There's your formula for the day. 3 of them. Wow. Thanks, Chad. So I'm just taking those two and subtracting them. So I'm going to add my answer. Ooh, how did you do that, Chad? Again, ANS. It brings up the previous answer, and it just makes it faster. You don't have to do that, of course. You know, dollars and cents, whatever they're wanting. There you go. Okay. I have... Oh. That was it. So, you don't see it now. At least, I hope you don't, for the videos that you're watching with mine. For what I'm doing, I was going to do this problem here on the homework next, but I deleted it. And it's because it's like and it's an 11-part problem, and there's so much to it that you get lost in it all, and I don't think there was anything to be gained from it. So I deleted it. There you go. I gave up. And I admit it. So, and that's kind of my job right now. I'm going to say I'm going through this homework so that you get a good learning experience. This would not have been a learning experience. It would have just been an aggravation. And then you're aggravated. You tell me, like, can you help me with it? And I don't want to do it because it's not worth anybody's time. So that's why I'm going through the homework myself. And there might be one or two that slip by because I don't do them all, obviously. But I really do try to tailor the homework and these videos to a good experience where you get to see what we're doing and also leave most half of them open for you to do. Because, that's the learning process. You need to do it too. Okay, we're done with Chapter 9, so that's cool. So I'm going to do Chapter 10 soon. I have all the notes for it already, so we're going to be having some fun there. It really is some good stuff. So thank you very much, and have a great day.